Are we going to start with it?
Yeah. What? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dragon of Icespire Peak. This is Quest and Chaos. Halfway in the studio.
A third. You're a third of the way into the studio.
Rounding up. Math. Hello, everybody. So, we're in the studio. I'm here. As you can see, we got special guest Matt's in the bay.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
And she's fully vaccinated.
Damn.
Yay. I can't wait this weekend.
But yeah, before we hop along into this show, we got some announcements. As always, folks, we got some friends. Just gonna give out some shout outs to Nord Games. I can now show things, and they just recently had their Treacherous Traps sale. I do not see it in my notes. I don't know if it's still going, but check out their Treacherous Traps. Basically, it helps create traps for your campaigns like this one. A thin tripwire is stretched across this room or corridor. A basin or container of corrosive liquid is perched on a hidden ledge, ready to tip onto a creature that hits the tripwire. And they got trigger effects and countermeasures. And they got a whole deck of this. And they have a whole bunch of other decks, cards, and books, and stuff to make your game awesome. So go check out nordgamesllc.com/3.html. That's our affiliate link. You help them, you help us. And if you use the coupon code chaotic20, CHAOTIC 20 at checkout, you're going to get 20% off. Another one of our friends, our very own Andrea of the Birds.
Oh, pew, pew, pew.
Birds of Paradise.
Birds.
And they just released their recent, Sonoran?
Sure, close enough.
Sonoran Thunderstorm. We got the Arizona Sunset. We got the Prickly Pear Margarita. All of that fun stuff. So check out birdsofparadise.com. And if you use the coupon code chaotic, you're going to get yourself 15% savings. And lastly, we've got I don't have anything to show, but we got D&D Beyond. Yeah. Check out D&D Beyond, the official online tool set of Dungeons and Dragons. They got all your stats, your character sheets, all the stuff to make your games run nice and smoothly so you can focus on the game, the role-playing, and not on all the pen and paper and the math, unless you enjoy that stuff. And we will not judge, because pen and paper, it's alliteration, and that's sexy. So go check out Dungeons and Dragons, but check out dndbeyond.com. Also, this is Quest and Chaos. There are numerous ways in which you can help us. It's so funny to have a reaction.
I'm literally I'm just like watching him like this, and I see out of the corner of his eye, he's like.
But yes, folks, we've got patreon.com/questandchaos.
Now imagine having to do that while you're sitting at the head of the table, looking into the camera with 5 people looking at you. It is really disconcerting.
It's very averting eye gaze.
Testing ground, y'all. Testing ground. Getting a little bit of just the one-on-one here, and it's just like. But yes, check out patreon.com/questandchaos. You can help us out there. Sign up to be a subscriber. We have multiple ways in which you can help out the players by doing the patreon.com. You can give them super neat cards like the Deck of Inspiration, which has been moved all the way over to Matt.
Oh, wait.
It's ours now.
Oh my gosh.
I can't
Will we actually use them now that we have physical cards?
We might.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Yes, we can.
And I believe we still have, right, Thomas?
I will say which ones we've got.
Oh.
Because as patrons on patreon.com, you can help out our players by giving specific cards that will assist in their game, because they will need it. No, they don't. They don't ever need it. But they need it. So, for example, Squill the Bard gave y'all 3 cards for the month of April. We've got Dangerous Oil, adds a +1, makes the item a magical weapon for a...
Wait, dangerous or devastating?
Dangerous.
Oh.
Yes. Dangerous Oil +1 to any item makes it a magical weapon. And if it is already magical, it adds an additional +1 up to a max of 3. You got a Tonic of Charm. What does the Tonic of Charm do?
Tonic of Charm. Drinking this tonic grants the user advantage on charisma checks for 10 minutes. You may use a reaction to drink this potion for advantage on a single charisma-based saving throw. Is that glitter inside this potion? I don't know.
I do like. I do
If
like
it's Winley's, it is.
I do like the little flavor blurbs that we don't usually get.
Yes, and the last one from Squeal the Bard is Restoring Mana.
Restoring Mana. Vamp.
Mana, that's the stuff that falls from the sky, right?
No,
Come on, biblical references.
That mana has 2 ends, I think.
Mana as opposed to mana.
Right.
Restoring
mana.
Oh, when consumed, this magical potion creates a temporary first-level spell slot which lasts for 10 minutes. The violet liquid inside this bottle pulses with magic.
Ooh, pulsing violet.
It's pulsing. It's probably Tim's, right?
Oh, starting early.
And from Slightly Tove, we've got an additional Tonic of Charm for you folks.
Oh,
there.
double.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Apparently, people think that we need to be charming. Can't imagine why.
Go fig.
I mean,
Yes.
Well, they just know that, the charm needs to be emphasized.
Yes, accentuate. Speaking of charm, you know who's very charming, everybody? Our viewers. Yes, you. And we've got some particularly charming people. The Hefner helping us out with 1,000 bits, 50 or 500, excuse me, 500 bits to the players.
That would be funny.
Yeah, so we can now do these a little bit.
hey, throw it at Matt.
Whew, here you go.
Ooh, you actually
See,
have.
we're back in the studio and we're already succeeding on our dex checks.
Well
y'all.
done.
Ooh.
And the Hefner giving 500 to me because, they like to keep things balanced. And GC457 is giving early birthday bits, 500 for Seth and 500 for baby Nia.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all so much. To the players.
Thank you.
To the player.
Oh, yeah.
And then Specs 223 is giving 500 for the DM. Thank you very much. And 1,000 for Tiana and crew. A 1 and a 2.
I knew it was going to happen.
I mean, the fact that it took
3 out of 4.
is kind of impressive.
That is.
Excellent. So,
Like
along
Tiana.
with those 4, I believe y'all already have an extra 4. So that's a total of 8 plus 2 right here. Speaking of birthdays, y'all, this is a very birthday-heavy month. While we were off, we did miss a little bit of Miss Laura Domingo's birthday. So, a nice happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Laura.
Thank you.
And tomorrow, friends, it is Matt's birthday.
It is.
And a couple days ago,
1 year older.
And a couple days ago was mine. Yeah, April is a heavy one for QNC.
Oh, the April Fools. I mean,
The April Fools. I like that.
That's okay. That's okay, Julie. You're the same month as my mom.
And my son. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then, that kind of cancels out, right?
Yeah.
And Duke Flea is giving 500 bits for Burbs.
Burbs.
I got it. Yeah.
Yay!
Burbs.
And folks, we've also got, because we're back, just a little thing for joining us tonight. A Nord Games deck giveaway of the winner's choice. If you're in America, you'll get a nice physical copy like this Treacherous Traps right here. But if you are elsewhere in the wide world, we'll send you a nice PDF that will come to you much quicker. So think on that. Boom, bam. Oh, and it was the Nord Games deck giveaway was triggered by the Book of Inspiration, triggered on Down Darker Trails. So thank you to our Cthulhu audience for facilitating someone's great fortune this time around. So probably will be happening at the break. So keep a lookout on instructions on how to enter then. Opening minutes. Done. Announcement bits. Yes. Done. X that page away. Friends, let's get it to tonight's game. Oh, wait, I should ask, does anyone else have announcements that I totally forgot about?
Besides James forgetting how to work in the studio. Because we might be off for a couple more weeks after this, I'll push my next show early. Friday, March 14th, a free show. I will be playing Marie Antoinette in a show called The Revolutionists. It's about women in the French Revolution.
May, correct, not March.
May 14th. So a few weeks from now, but again, we might be on break. So this is my only opportunity to tell you about it. That's through South Bay Musical Theater, southbaymt.com. You can find out more about the show there.
Yeah, just don't lose your head.
You'll have to tune in to see if she does or not.
Excellent. Anything else? Matt, anything? Anyone? Cool.
I mean, Redacted Reports continues on, and we still have Laura on as our lovely guest. Episode 3 goes live on Wednesday, so I'm very, very pleased about that. Things are about to get interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Interesting with a long pause on that one, because, yeah.
A double
I'm excited.
ellipsis. Understood. Well, folks, remember to check out the Redacted Reports and the Revolutionists at South Bay Musical Theater. And now, for tonight's events, let us get into this evening's game of Dragon of Icespire Peak. And we're back. Thank you so much for listening to that wonderful theme song. What happened last time? Last time, our heroes, the Argent Sword, they were tasked by a very dapper and cavorting young man named Jack to accompany him off to Irithimble, a lost gnome city within the Sword Mountains. They traveled there along with 2 additional companions. One, Inkwa's brother, Haldir. Not the other one.
Yeah, I was like,
Haldir, who turned out to be the tracker / survivalist in which Jack had hired to scout the path ahead. Also accompanying them, Isolt's ex, Soliana, from Candlekeep, an elf whose elven ways came in clashing with Isolt's human being way back when, and it has not changed much. Elves, they immature for many, many years. Humans, immature for many, many years.
Yeah, but we die faster.
Exactly. We get to learn our lessons a little quicker, hopefully. But yes, they were accompanying Jack, and they camped at the base of the mountain there. They had a nice little, it's been a while, but they've had their first Inkwood dinner in a hot minute. That's true. Jack showed off a few of his inventions, some good old cold boxes and a tinker tent that popped up. And apparently some person on YouTube wants to know what it is, and I made that stuff up on the spot. So I will get that to you post-haste, friend.
I mean, clearly now you need to build it as a homebrew and then let people see it.
Exactly, using dndbeyond.com. Please sponsor us. And so the evening went past. They had some good old food. They had some good old times. And even with Soliana there, Winley and Darshan were able to get a little chummy at some points. Also, thing to consider and to remember, Inkwa, Darshan, and Haldir went up the mountain path to find out that there was somebody who had actually gone there previously, who the Argent Sword deduce is likely Factore, the gnome that gave them much, much trouble back in Gnomengard in episode 4, half a year ago. Yes. Yes, it's been half a year,
Oh my god, it has.
y'all. But they ascended up the mountain. Darjon found an entrance into the sword peaks, which instantly dropped them into a tunnel that led them into a cylindrical chamber. Torches of ever-burning flame, but in a cerulean blue color. Very, very not of what is usually seen with ever-burning flame. But they made it to the other side of the room, little concentric rings with a little donut with a slice in the middle. Darjon and Tim discovered that the door was trapped and neatly disengaged it, so no one fell into what the door would open into a giant pit of gelatinous cubes. But that's good to know that y'all didn't fall into that pit.
I'm sorry.
They were introduced
what?
to, yeah, just 4 gelatinous cubes in a pit.
Were there really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was inspired by this dice that Julie gave me.
Nice. Thanks, Julie.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. And then within that pathway, they were introduced to a large cave complex that they found was booby-trapped with many, many crossbows and a wiring system that if they had tripped would cause it to collapse on top of them. But again, they were thwarting. Hi, Thomas. Sorry, I'm usually a player and I'm just like, oh, Thomas is coming in. But as a DM, I'm like, I have power. I can speak and observe things. Yes.
It's all gone to his head.
Yeah, the power. Yes, as I was saying, they thwarted that trip wire from collapsing on top of their head, which they also deduced was probably laid by Factory. And then they were led into another room that once they tried to remove the 4 comically large corks on the bottom, the door slammed shut and it was filled with water, and the pipes were pivoted so that it would circle around, causing you all to whirlpool within. And around you went, catching each other as you go, making a large human bobble as you careen through, and eventually made your way up to the top where there was a secondary door, the first one at the bottom being false.
Oh, I'm sorry. You left out an important detail about that whole ordeal.
And as you exited, you all took stock of yourselves. But there was one casualty. One Geki who survived the 2 episodes. 2 episodes. Not bad, Geki. Not bad. But
This is why Winley was never allowed to have pets growing up.
It's okay. It's okay. Geki has been replaced by Rusty since Matt's in studio.
Yeah.
It's furry.
Rusty. But yes, there was one casualty.
Don't drink the fox.
Anyway, they continued through the pathway tunnels, catching their breath. Jack, super excited, ran off ahead to the end of the tunnel where there was a shimmering blue light. They entered. The path opened up to them to an even larger cave complex, and looking down below, they could see Irithimble, gnomish city carved within massive columns. Centuries old stalagmites and tights have long since met and conjoined to make pillars of 50 feet in diameter, with little specklings of dwellings and neighborhoods within, and spread it out about, similar to the ever-burning flame in the first room. Cerulean flame, just licking on top of the buildings for who knows how long. And that same light, that same color, being reflected in young Tim's eyes. His brown irises no more. And that's where we've begin.
We're gonna take our break. Yeah.
And that's where we're gonna take our break.
That's where we're gonna take a break.
And that's where we begin. You all looking around, seeing one another, and specifically for a few of you, catching Tim's eyes taking on a hue that is been less than welcoming.
You're a mean GM.
It's just a
Want you to go.
reflection. It's just a reflection of the light.
Reflections do not turn brown irises blue.
I don't know what's going to
Don't turn my brown
How-
eyes blue, please.
How dark? I mean, how bright are his pupils? Like, does it look like the reflection of the blue, or is it like?
Do you go up closer?
No, I'm too busy gagging at the corner because I almost drowned. So I'm
yeah.
Ink almost drowned. So he's like in the back, like.
Mhm.
Matt says I almost drowned as he's drinking water. I'm like, did it go?
I think Matt's a method actor.
Exactly. Hold on, guys. I almost drowned.
I
I love you.
think Winley will look around and then do a double take at Tim and say, Tim, did you
No.
did you do something different with your hair, maybe? Or
Winley.
I just took the water out of it. That's all. Should be dry. Is it poopy?
something looks different. Maybe you parted it a different way.
We
I
have
don't-
to make a roll or something to see it since we noticed it for reals.
Mm.
No,
I think
mean,
perception.
Winley
roll.
notices something's off, but she can't put her finger on it, essentially.
All right.
I mean, at the end of last episode, all of you did roll perception checks to
Okay.
see that
Gotcha.
Oh.
the eyes
Oh.
are.
I don't
We all
remember if I
did?
was
Yeah.
successful or not.
The only person who failed it
Was Tim.
was Tim.
Well,
'Cause you
that's
can't see your
obvious. You
own
can't look at
eyes.
yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that was what his perception check was for, but I think he'll figure it out unless everyone wants to keep their mouth shut.
Not really. No.
Ah,
Is this the same? Is this the same blue that we saw when Ingwa accidentally smacked him with a something earlier? Is it the
Yes.
same blue? So
Oh.
if I did notice it from last time, I guess I forgot. Ingwa's just gonna be.
that was when they were dancing. You noticed it.
I did.
Yeah, when you were dancing, just like a little tiny.
Oh, when we were dancing.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
you
At
kept
the
trying
party.
to bring it up, and Tim kept like brushing you
I
off.
said something really bad right there. Like, okay. Okay. Well, guys, I will then call it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Wait, what?
Tim?
You have something in your gut.
Inkle will very gently, but like kind of like move her head, like Whitley's head to face.
So it looks like she wants to say something.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim!
Uh,
This isn't the time to cast thaumaturgy, and especially not to turn your eye color. I mean, anyone can do that, and Winley will cast thaumaturgy and change your eye color like this beautiful sparkling pink.
Uh,
it's not funny.
Tim, your eyes are the same color as the light in here.
So, I mean, they've always been a little.
No, they were usually brown, at least mostly brown, and they are very, very blue now.
Okay, so Tim puts it together because you told him that. Okay, and like just a look of absolute horror, because I can't do it because you guys have been making me laugh. But yeah, like an absolute like look of horror comes across his face.
What's wrong, Tim? What?
We need to get out.
get out of what?
That's not. That's. And that's spell plague. And he's pointing at the fire.
The fire is plague?
That's spell plague.
What is spell plague? What does that mean?
It means if you're a magic user and you come in contact with it, you die.
Oh crap!
Yeah, Winley will back up at
Yeah,
that.
it's
like just instinctively,
Don't all of us,
she drops.
don't all of us cast magic?
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, she drops any like silliness and like becomes serious and backs up at that.
Well, I mean, that is a little bit of an exaggeration. You might just go insane.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wait,
Liana,
Tim, how do you know that?
Hold on. Like, can Tim see his reflection in the sword?
Yeah, if you take out your sword and you angle it so that way you see, like, you're kind of backlit, the flames giving off light, and you turn it around, and there you see in your eyes.
It's just like medium lit up. It's not completely. It's not as bad as everyone made it look out to be. Or
All the way through to the pupil.
yeah, he just starts hyperventilating. He'll just hyperventilate for a while.
Oh, anybody have a paper bag or something?
No, I'll just pat him on the back and be like, dude, calm down. It's okay. We'll get out of this. We always do. We always do.
Hold here, because I'm gonna call my brother over because he used to be healing, like do healing and stuff like that. And he's be like, hold here, can you?
Yes.
Can
be
we?
careful. Be careful.
Have you seen this before?
No,
any
magic.
any magic
no
in here is
magic.
going
No,
to go
no
up like a.
cantrips.
Not even cantrips? Wow.
Oh, Winley did just do thaumaturgy, and you did shape water. So
All right, I forgot about that.
And I'm regretting it thoroughly.
But yeah, you see
Winley's gonna just go
Holdir
like this to Tim to just put some air on him.
Holdir
feel
gets
it?
up and gets up and close and just kind of. Do you mind if I just?
Who is this?
Hold here, my
Holdir.
brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying. Tim's trying to calm himself down, but he's having a teeny bit of a breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Haldir looks into your eye, just kind of stretches the skin just a little bit so he can see within. Yeah, I'm sorry, brother. I've never seen anything quite like this.
I'm actually more curious, out of character. If anyone should be paying attention to this, I think Salia should be reacting.
yeah, I'm gonna actually look over at Soliana and be like, have you ever seen? I mean, I know your work is mostly theoretical, but have you heard of anything like this?
No, I mean, I have never seen. Why is she British? Damn it!
Because she's an elf.
I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this before. This is, and you can see she's actually taken the pen away from doing its little scritching because it was just, with you being close enough, you can see that part of her page on the left side was just, and she just had to grab it and just writing it down.
I was expecting you to say that half the page said, "This is wild, so wild. I can't believe how wild it's wild."
Wow, go fig.
Wow.
And so since you're up close, roll a perception check for me real quick.
Okay. My perception is, that is a 22.
22. It's coming out in really rapid cursive, very chicken scratch. You do see a couple wilds in there.
Excellent. And that actually does make Isolde smile just a little bit and helps break. I mean, she's still internally she's freaking out a little bit because this looks like a pool of spell plague, and Tim is reacting to it. But at least her ex is very consistent, so there's something to smile at there.
And you just see her taking notes down. It's like, this is so fascinating. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not. Grab you by the face. Isolde, I'm not going to touch it. But, okay. Oh my God. You'll spell blank. Wait, so you know what this is? And you just watch as Soliana gets really uncomfortably close. It's like, tell me more. What does it mean? Like all of this. Tell me more. Like,
I'm going to put my hand up in front and just.
Yeah, I'm going to reach over and grab her shoulder and pull her back and be like, people have personal space.
Back up.
And
And I'm actually grabbing onto DJ. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and it's partly just to try and gauge if they're really there. Like he's
Ground.
really
Ground
freaked
yourself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You reach out and you're grabbing onto DJ and you feel corporeal form.
Yeah, I'll just gently haul Soliana back and be like, the boy is already freaking out. Give him some space.
Right?
This is worse
Let's
than we
zip it
thought.
away.
This is much worse than we thought, guys.
I thought it was going to
Winley-
be like Nomengard again. This is
Mm-hmm.
this is something else.
Winley continues to try to fan Tim since she can't use any of her magic to try to heal, and just says, if it makes you feel better, your eyes look pretty like that. And then she'll just desperately try to do something to comfort him.
I could just feel Tim's hand.
No, it's like it absolutely doesn't. He's always hated being able to see some of it in his eyes, and now like it is the opposite of pretty to him.
Yeah, it's almost like ow, 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 ow. But I don't say anything. I just
Can we go back the way we came? We need to find a way out.
I don't know if we can.
I don't think so.
Trying to get back down 70 feet if the water's already gone back down.
we'll have to find a
How
rope.
do we feel right now?
That's a
Do
great
we feel,
question.
because I know as we were entering, we were all feeling
Nauseous.
queasy-ish,
Mm-hmm.
but in this space,
Yeah,
how do we
and you
feel?
take stock of yourself. It's not just like it's the whole body, everything you all feel. You just like after, kind of bringing Tim a little bit, like taking the focus away from him, putting it on yourselves. You just feel tense. You feel knotted everywhere,
Mm.
like a migraine throughout the whole body.
Oh.
Yeesh.
Oh, never mind. I was going to try something, but it's a spell, and I'm
Yeah.
nervous.
We need
I
to
was,
get
I was
out.
like, oh, so I'll just no. Maybe I won't do that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna turn and I'm sorry, Matt.
No, go.
No, go, boo.
I'm gonna turn and scan the area around us because I don't think we can go back the way that we came. But if there's a way to go forward without going through spell plague, without going through the blue light, I'm gonna try to find that.
Yeah. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Can I help? Because that was pretty much what I was.
Yeah,
planning
you
on doing.
also roll a perception check.
Or I can help her though. Like, or you want me to do it separately?
We'll do separately. You are both
Okay.
kind of
Rolling in studio for the first time. Oh my god.
Right? Did you roll badly?
That's 3.
21.
Plus 5. 8.
So I rolled a 16 plus 5, 21.
21. You scan outwards, and right now you guys are up on more of a ledge, and you can see a pathway that basically goes downwards and into more of like the city proper. And the spell plague you see are basically in pockets.
Okay.
There's like a small flame here, a larger chunk there. There are portions in which you could walk through, even in the town itself, that the spell plague is not in contact with. One thing you do notice that, unlike regular flame, there are little bits here and there, like attached to walls or up in the air, just burning, just kind of undulating in its flame,
All right.
kind of drifting like a cloud at times.
All right. So I will look at Jack and Soliana. What is it precisely that you need from here? Because we can't touch the pockets. I can see a way to get through here without touching it. What do you need from here?
You look at Soliana and you look for Jack,
Oh no.
and you do not see him.
You know what? Yeah, no great loss. Just it's that video game escort mission where the damned NPC just goes running ahead because their AI is dumb. Let them go. No, you get a game over if that happens.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll look around to see if I can find him. And just like lean over and call Jack's name.
Yeah, I'll help look.
And we'll continue your perception check, but if DJ, you also want to roll.
Yes. 24.
24. You both kind of have that like a little oh shit moment, and then you look around and you look over the edge, and at the bottom of, I guess, this ramp that's led down into the town, you can see Jack just not necessarily sneaking away, but he's just walking with vigor. And as you call out to him, he's like, "No, come on, it's
You're an artificer. Does that count as a caster for the purposes of spell plague?
I don't," and he's like yelling over, "I don't quite know."
Well, then don't touch anything that's burning blue.
Well, no shit, it's undulating and doing its all weird stuff, but where weird stuff is, great things are.
Or death, or insanity.
I was thinking, like you.
Be careful. We be careful.
All right.
Come on.
Let's go.
I'm gonna look at Tim. Tim, I can see a way forward. I can see a way through. We're going to get out of here.
I look at DJ to see if. Okay.
I promise you, I will get you out of here. We will get you out of here.
Yeah, I see the ramp too. So we're going places where we need to be. Let's go.
All right.
Tim, how scared are you? Like, how scared do you look right now?
It's.
Are you still shaking and
It is
gripping
I think he's moved on. He's trying to figure out if he can properly gauge reality.
Okay, if that's the vibe that we're getting from him, Inqua's gonna rip off some of his shirt, and he's going to like, okay, Tim, I'm gonna put this over your eyes. We're gonna just get to the bottom. No, we're gonna get to the bottom.
Why would you? No.
If you, what do you need from us in order to? I'm just trying to. Whenever one of my animals is scared, I know you're not an animal. But I'm just saying, whenever one of my animals or something was freaked or frightened, I would put some blinders on them and guide them to safety. And that's what I was assuming we could do for you. We don't have to cover your eyes.
No, Darjan is here. It's okay.
Okay.
I got him. Thank you. Thank you. That's
right. Let's
interesting idea. Yeah.
Not a bad one, but we'll save that for another time.
If we need to.
If you're having difficulty with reality, removing a sense might help focus in. But it is entirely up to you.
I just look at Tim and it's like, I got you.
All right, so I'll take the lead and lead the way down this ramp and be like, yeah, careful where you step, careful what you touch. We're all casters here.
And as you seven begin to descend, you do have to kind of hug the wall of the cave side just a little bit, because you do notice that the pathways are a bit on the thinner side for probably smaller folk. And you descend downward this ramp, going down there's just one switchback as it goes down, eventually making it to the base. And there, standing before you, just nice small homes. Doors about, at most 3 feet high. Or, excuse me, at most 4 feet high. The buildings, some of them for you, Inqua, just like coming up to the top of your head. Nice carved homes with little shingles here and there. And bye, Amy.
Bye, Amy.
Wow, cameo.
A wild Emma appears.
Wait a minute. Is this Emma or is this Kai?
No, it's actually
it's Kai. It's Kai.
It's totally Kai. Bye, love you.
Thanks. Yay.
Being in studio.
Cameos.
This is so good.
Yay.
God, I
So
miss it.
jealous. So jealous.
Soon, folks.
Soon.
And you see numerous of these buildings, and as you get closer, you do notice even in the blue light, you can tell that some of these have different colors, different. Each one kind of has a different personality. Like each one was crafted for whoever was the resident. Some of them having large gears and spokes, others having little mushroom gardens. Even with the spell plague around, the buildings themselves don't seem to be damaged. They just kind of, as you walk through, you just see some lingering flames, just kind of, just like will-o-wisps, if you will, just kind of floating through the air. You rolled a 24, Darjon?
Yes.
I will say when you were coming down from the switchback and basically taking in the town below, or the city below, as well as the cavern itself, for this gnome city, the cavern walls are especially high. And you couldn't quite see to the end of this cavern complex, but you get the feeling that's, how should I say this? Compared to the previous cave complex with the columns, this one has a lot more room. And also one other thing you do notice is that closer to the central of town, there's a particularly large blaze of spell plague that just seems to be there, pretty central.
In the middle of town. Wow.
Goes to the center.
Wow.
Couldn't quite make out the details, but just one or a lot of small splotches here and there, but there's one big one at the center.
All right. I will let everybody know to show them, point. Yeah.
Point that out as you come back down,
Yeah.
and you begin to make your way through the city, seeing these individual bits and pieces, and they're standing, waiting. I waited. I am being patient.
Very appreciated.
Now can we go find some things, though?
Carefully.
Very carefully.
And not just your usual brand of careful. Carefuler than that.
Fine, I will. As he grabs one of the doorknobs to his left and opens it and looks inside. No blue light in here. Can I go inside?
As long as there's no blue light.
Boom! Okay.
Feel better?
I do. I really do. It just, oh, it's so exciting adventure. Oh.
All right.
When Lee just says under her breath, Jack is so extra. And that's coming from Winley,
When
man.
Winley says that. Poof.
At which point, Jack turns, walks up 2 inches from your face. Yes. And then flaunts back into the room and starts rummaging through.
So we're not
At
seeing
least he
any.
owns it.
Yeah. So we're not seeing any beings.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mhm.
Are we sensing, or have we? Does everything look like it's been not touched in a long time, or?
If you're doing more specific, I would say investigation. If you're just looking around for,
No,
See if there's anything you-
being specific. I'm going to do investigation.
I'm doing perception.
Winley is probably just perception. Like, is there dust on, everything?
Yeah, mostly I'm looking around the little building, but also outside to be like, does this place look like it's been lived in the last 100+ years?
Same. 23 for perception.
okay.
I got 17 for investigation.
I rolled a natural 1, so Winley has forgotten what houses are.
I got an 8, so I'm not much better.
Darjan, as you're investigating, you do see quite a bit of dust has accumulated. But the interior of the home.
Yeah.
You do notice that as you're looking about and you're taking in the scene of what was probably here, you do see a bowl on the middle of the dining table, which has been completely overtaken by some form of fungus, along with the spoon that's right next to it, kind of like making a little trail, and it's just there preserved. You do see a cup that had fallen on the ground. The liquid long since has evaporated. It does leave a little bit of a stain. Still covered with dust on top. You get the sense that in this investigation that whoever was here just kind of stopped. Likely they were in the middle of breakfast and something happened.
There are no piles of dust, are there? Or is it just spread?
Currently, you do not see anything.
Currently, I know.
If
Yeah.
there were, they got blown away by Jack bursting the door open. The dust flying everywhere.
No, there's other rooms. I imagine there's more than one room.
Yes, and you hear some rummaging happening where Jack is at. With your perception check, Inqua, are you in the home or are you outside?
I feel like it would have been more like just an observation on the way to the home, if that makes sense.
To the home, observing. And are you staying on the outside or have you gone within?
I don't want to go in where Jack's going in. Yeah, I'll wait outside.
Yeah, and as you listen out, you just kind of hear the spell plague itself does give some of that flame like flicker when it just moves, and it kind of gives that little every now and then. But otherwise, it's eerily quiet. DJ, do you go elsewhere?
You mean in the domicile? Yes, I would like. I'm going to make sure that that Tim is okay. Is he going to sit down? Is he going to follow me?
Tim's following you.
Okay. So yes, so Tim and I will go into one of the other rooms.
Okay. And you when you enter, you both kind of have to get down low. And as you pass by one room, you see Jack just kind of rummaging through a chest. It's like, like pushing on some stuff. It's like, puts in a little satchel. Do you go in that room or do you go into the next room?
Another room.
This one only has main living quarters and dining domicile, and then a room to the right, and then you go to the room to the left.
Yes.
And within you see two beds, left and right. And on the floor, just little gadgetries, little knickknacks.
Oh, okay. Difference between knickknacks and gadgetries.
A little of mix of both. As you get closer and you look at it, it's almost like wind-up toys.
Oh, like a Winley's unicorn.
Yes. But these ones are of things you haven't seen before. Different little creatures. Kind of they look a little more how should I say this? Insectoid?
Insectoid, yes.
Yeah, but not in the scary kind of way. It looks like a children's toy. And it looked like they were in a position before dust had caked over them.
Oof. All right. Are there any drawers, closets, anything like that in here?
Oh, yeah, you do see a drawer and you do see a dresser.
All right. I'm going to go look into the dresser.
You open the dresser and within, surprisingly not too taken by time, but still getting a little deteriorated, just at least by the way you're looking at it, through time. Some children's clothes on hangers.
Yeah. Do I have a sense of how much time has passed by looking at some of this?
Make me just a straight intelligence roll. Or if you want, you can add history into that.
Yeah,
sure.
I was thinking, let's see, what would be better, intelligence or history?
Near the year the fashion was
20. I got 20. Yes,
Uh,
fashion. There you go.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
You likely guess that these clothes have been here for around 100-ish years.
Which makes sense with the spell plague.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, we need to get out of this room. There, I'm going to tell Jack there's nothing here.
You go to the other room and he's like, and he like kind of, he's like on all fours. He's just like, oh yeah. I think nothing in that room. Anything of interest?
Not really. The kids stuff.
Kind of like looks between your legs. All right, onward. And he continues to crawl. And then eventually emerging out to you three who have been standing out. And it's like, there's more to be found. I can sense it.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for 100 years. Ish.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And abandoned means it's all for the taking.
So you're going to spend the time to go to every single house and...
No, I mean, so this one here, and he like starts to point out, as you can see, they were likely more of a tinkerer's style. You can see some of the gears and the way they construct their home compared to more the naturalistic ones over here. Those were largely, probably rock gnomes as well, but not of the tinkerer type. So we're looking for more homes like these or larger ones where they might have stored larger things, and the larger things do more fun stuff.
And what about that type of home? And then Ingo wants to kind of reference to the town center where it looks like, because the way it was described, it looks like it's spreading from out the.
So from what you could see from it's a pretty large, like you guys were on a pretty high ledge.
Yeah.
You could see the whole like bird's eye view of the city. And at the central point, and as you point out to the fire, he's like, I don't know, but if, as you say, this is spell plague, it's a larger flame, magic.
If you count as a caster, as an artificer, and you touch it.
I can't take it, okay? There is other stuff there. But if there is other stuff there that is of, pulls out the orb thing he like was chewing on that you saw, that's like this, but larger, could easily be something fascinating of that. We will take a look. We won't touch anything. And it'll be fine.
I don't want to get close to that. I don't want to get close to it.
I agree.
Stay away from that area because you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. That's why I've hired you as bodyguard.
We can't guard your soul.
We can defend you from physical problems and maybe even some magical problems. Spell plague is something else. So we can.
There's
you cannot say that. That's why I hired you. When no living being can protect you from spell plague.
If anything here is magic and it's been tainted, then by telling you not to touch it, we're protecting you.
Listen to Tim.
Fine. we walk to it, but we don't touch anything.
And keep a fairly reasonable distance.
What do we consider a reasonable distance? I don't want to get any closer, frankly.
Well, we're going to have to get closer in order to pass through town because it's in the center. And so if we're going to get out, we're going to have to get closer. That's unavoidable. I would say a reasonable distance would be within 30 to 60 feet.
I was going to say 120, but if 30-60 is what you're going for, thank you very much.
30-60 is close enough that I can grab you by the collar and haul you out if I need to.
I volunteer for the 120.
You can stay there, small child, and then me and Isolt here, Knight of the Unicorn, will do 30 to 60 right around there. I'll give you 45.
Izzy, be careful.
I'll be careful.
Are we not all going together, or are we just going to?
Yeah, we're going. Winley's gonna put up her shield to try to block the flames.
Just trying to think of
I love it.
whether I'm looking at Tim and we're kind of making eye contact. We have that kind of, do we want to go and look at some other things while they're doing that? And I look, so we have that communication.
I'll just pull you aside. Factora's already here. She's already going for the other things. Everything's probably
Nothing here.
going to be dangerous. Well,
All right. We'll
we
let
can't
him.
go off alone.
We'll let him look at the flame, and then we'll get him out of here. Okay.
To you.
I was just gonna say, while everyone's kind of doing the thing, Inkwood's gonna lean into Haldir and just be like, "Do you think we should linger like we did? This room, backstory. They've come across like cursed land and stuff before, and I feel like it's kind of giving off the same vibes. So I'm wondering, Haldir, do you think maybe we should like back in the cursed ground back in Golden Fields, do you think maybe we should try and not find the source, but maybe just do our own little scouting behind these guys if they go ahead?"
I mean, not gonna lie, it's quite interesting. But you do feel that tightness in your chest too, right? Okay. Good. I'm not quite a fan of this place here, but maybe if we, I mean, the central fire might be of interest, but we can also just maybe side streets 30 feet away.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you begin to basically flank
When people, start to move,
Yeah, when the main party starts to move, DJ and Tim, you kind of catch up, and then you and Haldir kind of do a little wide out and start to walk along the sides of the party. Do you tell anybody that you're doing this, or nope? Okay. Roll a stealth check.
La 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 la. Pretty much 9.
No.
I think all of our passive is high enough to notice.
Yeah. You all kind of watch as Inkwood just kind of like starts to go off to the side, and you realize Haldir is nowhere to be seen.
All right. I'll keep half an eye on him, but I trust Inkwood to be intelligent. So I'm not that confident about Jack. So I'm going to my job right now is babysitting.
He's intelligent, he's an artificer, he just doesn't have the wisdom.
That's fair. That's fair. I play an artificer who's very similar to that, where it's like, I can do the thing. Should I? I don't care. And that's why you have people around to grab you by the scruff and pull you away.
But yes, as you all begin to make your way towards the central flame, you pass by rows and rows of houses. Again, each one having its own little personality. You can see one with a little sculpture, and as you pass by it, it looks to be like a small human with a little red hat, white beard, big bulbous nose, but human. And you continue to walk by, you see one with some flowers decorating it. Yeah. Durjan, while you're walking, passive perception, you look down like one alleyway and you just see kind of a mound there.
It's not glowing blue or anything, right? It's just a mound.
No, not glowing blue, but you do see at the end of the alleyway just a little bit of a small bit of spell plague just kind of floating there. About 20 feet away from the...
I nod my head at Tim to take a look at it, but I know he doesn't want to go.
And he'll look. He's mostly watching you.
Yeah.
So if you motion to something, he'll look over.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't want to go. Maybe we could. So we're behind the rest of the group. We're not like all together, right? We're just kind of.
Yeah, there's a bit of.
Yeah, there's a bit of a lag. We could. That looks interesting, though. I wonder what that is. You can stay at the end of the alley and let me go look.
I'm gonna follow you.
We can get Winley to go look. No.
Wait, I heard my name. What?
Oh, Winley. Take a look at that. There's a mound of something back there.
Oh. Winley will totally creep forward.
Yeah, I can't bring Tim back there. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, I got it. And she'll put on her bravest face and she'll go towards the mound.
Mm-hmm. Go towards the mound. And it's just this huddled looking thing, just kind of like with fur, just kind of huddled there.
Fur?
Yes.
Is it moving at all?
You do see a bit of slight breathing.
It's gonna eat you. Get back.
Wait, I'm trying to see what kind of equipment I have. I lost my hand axe. No, she'll take her shield and kind of just slightly poke it.
You poke it and just you see a bit of movement. And then its head just snaps back and you see a pale white face. Make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Oh dear.
I was hoping it was a quokka.
That would be a 23.
23. And as this white pale face just kind of cracks in front and looks at you, you just see a brief flash of the Dalens, and then you blink back and then it's just staring at you and it's like grabs onto the alley walls and just scares up the walls and then off into the...
Darjan?
Do any of us hear it? I'm assuming they see it because they're watching with
You
me.
two saw as this thing just snapped its neck back and then...
Something's alive here.
Sort of. It was weird. It was like I saw a flash of my home, but it was only for a second.
Your home? Wow.
Well, the Dalens.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. What? Interesting. Oh, we gotta warn the others that something alive is in here.
She'll nod
You didn't hear
vigorously. And
We didn't hear it.
Winley will probably try to make a beeline to Isolde.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You three
Tim and I will
beeline.
not beeline.
So you are basically babysitting as you kind of just see solely on it, just like, wow, why? And then Jack's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, I've been so focused. I've been so focused on those two, I didn't notice those three peeling off, and just like, wait, where did you come from?
Yeah, when they go, hey, Izzy, like furry mound, white face, and I saw home, and then it went away.
All right, can you try that again with fuller sentences?
Okay. Okay. Well, we were exploring responsibly, and we saw something at the end of an alley, and because I'm brave, I went to go check it out because, Tim's still scared. And it was like this, I don't know, huddled mass of, it was a furry thing. And I was thinking it might be something cute, but it was not cute. It looked at me. And then when it looked at me, I got a flash of home for a second. I don't know if it did that to me or what. And then it had this really ugly, creepy face. And then it scurried up the walls and disappeared.
Did it look humanoid?
What fur? I would say I thought it was a cute little animal, but it was not cute. Inqua would not approve.
He'd shoot it.
I am actually going to glance around and see if I can catch sight of Inqua and Haldir, because I know which direction Inqua went at least, and I am guessing that Haldir went the other, because it seems like a reasonable guess.
With your sneak that you rolled, you see Inqua like pass by a couple. Yeah, you would have seen them stop. Would you have noticed them stop and like gone over?
Sure.
Okay. You do see Inqua begin to approach from the side.
He's all out of sorts. Everything's tall. He's tall. It's small. He's claustrophobic, but it's big. He's confused. So yeah. That's What's up? What? Oh.
Apparently, there's something alive here.
Okay. He's gonna
some manner of beastie that made when they see a flash of homelands, which makes me think something that is a psychic hunter of some variety.
A psychic conjurer?
Psychic hunter.
Hunter.
Something that flash freezes its prey's brains and then eats them, would be my guess.
Would it?
It was trying to eat my brains, and then Winley just holds up her shield against her head.
Okay. So without thinking, Inqua, because my initial gut reaction would be to primeval awareness something. If it was there again, just from rote, I think so. I'm going to cast it or extend this spell slot, and then try and sense if there's aberrations, celestials, fiends, fae, anything.
What is the specific things it sense?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, undead, if they're present within a mile of me.
Okay.
So I think it's just like an instant reaction. If Isolde's saying something to me, he's just gonna go okay, and then to take a quick moment and see if there's something around.
You're just like, and you extend that moment out, and you feel that wave as it kind of just cresses through all the buildings, and you don't sense anything. For the rest of you, as Inqua, you open your eyes, you watch as a couple of the spell plague motes just come a little closer before stopping and then just floating where they are.
Inqua? I'm going to point at the spell plague motes. Don't do that again. They just came closer.
I am so, and then realizing what he's done in like his, by rote, ranger mode, he'll just be like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are they following? He's gonna start walking like a little bit away and see if they follow.
You walk a little bit away, and for the rest of you, when you saw them, they went like, and then just kind of stop. And for you, Inqua, as you move a little bit, they just little tug before stopping. And then you try and move it the other way, and they just kind of stop there.
So they're not following. What it looks like.
From that first initial move, there was a bit of a tug.
Got it. Sorry. I really do apologize.
It's all right. Just be careful, everyone. We, I think, are a little too reliant on magic. Well, All right. Winley, can you describe the thing that you saw to Inqua as best you can?
Okay. It was covered in like fur, but it had a very white face. And then it had a creepy smile and then a creepy frown. And then it was like scurrying up the walls of the alley.
I wouldn't have ever seen something like this, right? Yeah.
It didn't look like anything I've ever seen. I don't know. It was like deformed or morphed or something.
Are we now near you, like Winley, where it left, or did you run up and then?
I came to Isolt's.
Can you show us where it was? Maybe it left tracks of some kind.
Yeah, of course. And then she'll kind of lead everyone back to where we found it.
Mhm.
I'll hang a little bit to the back and like be scanning up because she said it climbed, so I'm looking up to make sure that nothing drops on our heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception check, and then
And Winley's gonna hold up her shield.
So you lead them over to where the
We're not going too close.
left you. Do you go directly to the spot, Winley, or just like at the edge of the alleyway? It's like it was up here.
She probably, in excitement, goes directly to the spot.
Inqua will have an arrow knocked though, like ready to following, but like ready.
Yeah.
And as you get into the alleyway, you see a bit of the dust that has been disturbed as kind of scrape marks that had been attached onto the wall as they climbed up. And from what you saw, Winley, and as well as you saw, or as you see now, Inqua, they kind of went over the right roof before.
Can I see over the roof? I'm assuming these roofs are like here on him, right?
Yeah. You'd get like a little bit on your tippy toes, just be like, huh?
Can I see anything from
Perception
over the
check.
roof? Ooh,
And I got a 21 in my perception check.
yes.
21?
15.
15. So as you look up, the spell plague, at least is the very, it illuminates the top of the cavern. And you can see some stalagmites or stalactites.
Tights from the ceiling.
Yeah, they hang tight. Stalactites coming down. But you look in between the crevices up there, and almost like a flea, you might see a little bit of movement within, but nothing coming towards you.
Okay.
But you did see some, like a little flea-esque movement that just...
Is it far enough away that a humanoid would, or something that is of the size that Winley described would look like that?
Possibly.
Okay. And I'll hiss at Inqua and point in the direction that I saw it go. Psst. Pointing up in the direction where I saw the flea.
I was like, do I see it? I was like,
You look up, and with the 15,
This is great radio.
with the 15, you look up and you don't quite see the movement at.
so I'll just turn back to some.
Well, that's where I saw it at least, or saw movement. So beware the ceiling.
The Winley is full on walking like this now with her shield.
And as you look up, there are those larger cavern columns.
Mm-hmm.
The nearest one may be about 200 feet or so away. This is a very large cavern.
Okay.
At which point Jack goes,
All right. Forget it.
If you want us to be able to protect you, we need to know where the danger is.
I mean, certainly do your job.
Yes.
We have
And-
established
And
it
throat
is not
clearing
here.
and throat clearing in the background doesn't help with the observation.
Sorry.
Now, at the moment, I think that the danger is far enough away that we may proceed carefully. Let's try not to split up. I say, looking pointedly at Darjan. I do not hold Tim responsible for this at all because I know that Tim is staying very close to Darjan.
Can I imagine that Tim is just like clinging on to Darja? Oh,
He's a 6-year-old holding on to his teddy bear.
That's the calming effect, you know.
Deer hasn't been around.
Oh no.
uh-oh.
I don't mean to break up the party again, Isolt, I know, but my brother, and then gesture off into the direction that he was supposed to meet me here meet at a. We were doing something we did as kids. I think we need to go look for him. Do you mind if I take a quick little
Do you have any sort of a whistle code?
Well, back in the day, and then he'll kind of let out this it sounds kind of like an eagle, but it's not really. It's like just like a. Let's see, I'll make something up right now. No, I'm not going to do it. I can't. Sorry.
Do it.
Do it. Come on.
Do it.
I don't know. I don't know what an eagle sounds like.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
He's like he's wearing his distinguished outfit and he looks all like sleek and he's just like
I love it.
I mean, that's basically what bald eagles are like.
it's true.
So he announces to everything in the cavern that there's an
and then all the fleas drop. They're like, what is this? No, but he'll try and attempt to like a little like noise or something. I don't know. I'm not good with those things.
And you let one out and you wait.
If I don't hear back in a few seconds, I'm just gonna start. Now Ink was getting nervous. He's actually gonna grab Isolt's arm, if she's next to him, and just be like, Isolt, please, can you and then start walking towards that direction.
All right. Yes. Let's go.
Winley follows close behind wherever Isolde goes now.
We're all just gripping each other's arms, like one side then the other. Then the other.
And as you walk, you hear Jack like, fine, come on, Soriana. And she's like, okay, fine.
That's her. That's her ghost.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
all brains, no wisdom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wizards and artificers, I swear to fuck.
But you all follow behind with Jack and Soliana in the back. How are you looking for your brother?
Sorry. I am.
Serious moment.
I know. Ren, stop. Okay. Focus. Okay. Honestly, I will track. I'll like we used to.
Survival, please.
Okay. 13 plus 5, 18.
18. And you go to about the distance that you had seen him peel off prior, and you look around and you start to see, thankfully, a lot of the dust in this cavern has made it really easy to see his dust prints. But you do notice a distinct change where there's very light and distinct. Then all of a sudden, it just looks like your brother just starts plodding along, flat-footing.
Winley, you said you saw a flash of home?
Yeah.
What? How did you? When the creature?
It looked at me really creepy, and then just suddenly I just saw the Dalens. It was like a split second, and then the creepy creature was there again. I mean, I can only assume it's what caused that.
So we're still following the tracks as I'm asking her this, but I want. When I try and connect it, do I see other tracks on or scratch marks? I want to look at things along the side too, not just the ground.
Yeah, and with an 18?
18.
You do see scratch marks.
Okay. It's got my brother.
All right. Then we get him back.
Yep, and then just start kind of running after these tracks.
You start running after these tracks, and you pass by gnome home after gnome home after gnome home, and you start following the tracks and you start to see a bit of a larger building as the tracks start leading you closer and closer, all of you, to the center. You see a bit of a larger building there, and when you begin to hook a right into this small little alleyway, there you see Haldir against the building wall.
Is he facing it?
His back is to the building wall, facing the other way, and you do see a small creature just nibbling away. And you see Haldir with a smile on his face.
As if I see, is there blood?
Yes.
Let go of an arrow, a sharpshoot arrow. I'm doing it.
Give it.
Oh.
In the box.
I know I don't have a box. I should have.
Yeah, we don't.
What?
I know. It's okay. It's
You're
okay.
in studio.
That
You
was-
have to have a box.
That was an 18 plus 1 because of sharpshooter. That's a 19
19
to hit.
Skewer this
roll
thing.
damage.
Sure. I'm like, and it's going to be the lightning. That's not great. So that's a 4. Oh no, that's a 14 because of the 10 from the
Mhm.
sharpshooter. So that's a 14 damage plus 3 lightning damage.
All right, so 17. All right, what is your 17? Can I do math right now? Okay. Excuse me.
Gross.
You sick.
Disgusting.
You fire it off as you see this imagery coming into your brain, and it's looking at you with sharp teeth in almost like a, how should I say this, theater mask.
Yeah.
Pure white face, black eyes, and very exaggerated black smile, and rows of teeth within, and just like and starts to climb up the wall as it leaves your brother.
Run up to my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to run up and try to stab this thing before it gets out of
I
reach.
was gonna say,
Just like-
Winley also wants to try to shoot it with the hand crossbow.
Come on, let's
Okay.
kill this thing.
And Tim is watching Darjan to see how they react to it.
Yeah. No, Darjan is just like a
It's
almost.
very reverse alien.
I don't
moment.
like
it's
this, yeah.
burrowing into the chest.
Yeah, it's just like I basically just go, what?
Ugh.
And we'll
What do you guys roll for your attacks?
I haven't yet. I was waiting to be told to.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Ooh, 27.
27.
Unfortunately, only an 11.
11. So, Issel, as you run up and you take a swing, you watch as a crossbow bolt collides into the fur. And normally, when you see fur and like arrow, it's just like a. This one, almost like meeting armor, it just goes.
Mm.
As you come down with your blade, catching the back foot, roll some damage.
With pleasure. That is 11.
11, nice. And it's as it continues to scurry away.
Is it bleeding now?
Yes, it is starting to bleed.
Well, blood means we can track it easier.
Track. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But you see it start to scurry up a wall and leap over some buildings before leaving you.
All right. Keep watch to make sure that it or another of its kind doesn't come near. Is anyone skilled in medicine that doesn't require magic?
And Inqua, as you go up to Haldir, you just still see this smile across his face as he's just bleeding.
How bad is the wound?
Quite bad. It seemed to have begun to burrow within.
I'll take a look. I know a thing or two about medicine, and real ones, not just what my parents did.
I'll reach over and squeeze her shoulder. Go ahead. And let's not snap him out of it yet, because I think that's going to hurt.
You want me to do a medicine check?
Oh, yes, please.
14.
14. You look over and you've seen wild animal attacks on some of the gnomes that you have back at the Dalelands, and those ones were like, just like standard like slashes and bites, and they were able to get away. This is your first time seeing someone being eaten and still alive, basically. But you taking that prior knowledge, you start to assemble in your brain, just like, yes, I need to make sure we need to quell the bleeding. We need to start, basically quelling the bleeding at this moment.
Yeah.
And what you also see is he's kind of in a sedated state, so he's not registering things at the moment.
Good.
Okay.
Leave him like that.
So yeah, whatever like loose fabric she can be find, she'll try to use that to put pressure on the wound. I don't think he's in pain, but this doesn't look good, you guys. And I'm afraid to use magic. Do we have anything?
We have potions. I have 2 of them. They're magical. They're magic infused herbs. I don't know. And I'll look over at Soliana. Do you know? Will that react?
Sorry, can I see your bow like really quick?
What? Ink was so focused on Haldy right now, like just trying to make. I know that you said that it's not supposed to. We're not trying to snap him out, but honestly, he's just trying to get his attention.
How do you do that?
Just like, Haldy, are you okay? Please, are you?
And you shake him?
Trying to, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he's going to. Yeah, he's going to try and just focus on him as Winley's looking over and stuff. So
yeah, and as you shake him. And he's looking down and just like seeing the bleeding, and he sees you there, Winley, and he's like, and looks at you, Inqua's like,
Stay still, please.
He's gonna lay him back down, like take him off of the wall, and then lay him back.
And you
down.
just like you make a strength check.
Okay.
I only got a +1 in medicine, but I could try to help.
That's not great. That's a 11.
Yeah, he rolled a 9.
Oh.
So you're able to slowly get him down, and he's like,
Okay.
Winley does. Tim, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to decide that I do not have time for Soliana to go through a theoretical breakdown, and I'm gonna pull out one of the potions and come over. I'll look at it as I like swirl it to see if there's any blue fire that registers within it as I swirl it, or if
you
anything is
swirl it
kind of
and you don't see any fire.
Okay, then I'm gonna pop the cork open and be like, Inqua, hold him still.
Hold him down, like as much as I can.
I know. Haldir, look at me. I know. This is going to help. Okay? Trust me. And just gently reach down and help open his mouth enough to pour the healing potion in.
And 2d4 plus 2, right? Yeah.
Yes, 2d4 plus 2.
You want to roll it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that. Use my birds of paradise. Oh, birds of paradise. That is 2d4 plus 2, so that is 9.
Ooh, good job.
Yeah. Herbs.
Birds. Oh, not 7. Oh, that's 700 health points.
He glows blue.
So you plug it down, and you do hear a bit of a tooth chip.
I'm sure.
And you have to just shove it in as his entire body just tensed up, and you have to like pull his jaw down. Winley, as you see him swallow it and it starts to go down, you feel a little less movement under your hands, and you can feel a lot less liquid pressing against your fingers.
There you are. There you go. I'm holding his eyes, trying to help calm him. Calm. It will hurt worse if you're tense. Try to breathe.
Darjan, you look up and you see one of the larger moats had moved slightly closer.
Sorry,
But
say
only-
that again. Shit.
One of the larger moats had moved slightly closer, but only by a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Maybe by
Gotcha.
3
Larger
or 4 feet.
moats. I understand. It's like, shh. So, while they're doing that, and everything's going on there and I'm watching that kind of stuff, I'm going to talk to Tim because I know he's very affected by this kind of stuff, especially when the moats are moving. So I'm going to try to pull him back so he's not in there with all the rest of them and ask him how he's doing. Tim,
What are you seeing?
what do you mean? What am I seeing? I see you.
But and he's pointing like back towards where the thing was, and it crawled up and
Right.
Or-
Yeah. Ah, yes. No, there was an awful monster. That white face. It looks like it was trying to eat
so you saw it
our
too.
friend. Yes. It's real. It's real, Tim.
Darjan, my eyes. I always had the understanding that as they filled, that's when I would lose my mind.
You're still here with us. You still see what you're seeing. Now, are his eyes glowing even bluer? Do I notice any change?
They haven't changed. They are still
Okay.
the full cerulean.
So you haven't. Yes, you have a little bit of the blue flame, but we're all being affected by that, and you're still here with us, Tim, and you're seeing what we're seeing. And yes, I can tell that you are questioning everything, but don't question me. I'm here for you.
Thank you.
We'll get you out of here. And we've got to get out of here. This is just ridiculous. We've got to go. I'm going to let them know. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to take Tim, go back to the group and say, we have got to get the heck out of here now. And I'm just going to be stubborn about this. And I'm looking right at Jack, just looking at him like.
And Tim's a little less toddler now for that.
Mm-hmm. He looks at you. We don't separate. Okay. Cause those things attacked when we were separate.
They're going to attack no matter what.
Well, they haven't attacked us while we're here simply talking, right? So, just look at the large big flame, see what's there, then we find our exit.
Why do you need to see the flame? I thought you were here to find things.
Exactly. If the large flame is there, large magical source, perhaps, mayhaps, who knows?
I'm looking at the rest of the group. What are they?
Ink was sobbing over Haldir right now, just trying to.
Yeah, and I kind of point at that and say,
We need to leave.
Jack, there is nothing here that is worth a life. Nothing.
Well, we still have to find an exit, right? We are near the center of town, right? We will have to go towards a wall or something. Can we cut through the middle?
Let's try to avoid walls, because that's how that thing crawls. So let's take the open spaces.
Large open flame has to be a large open space.
we can't get close to that flame.
We
We will all flame out.
Brief moment. brief moment. If I see anything,
Inqua is so over him wanting to go to this freaking flame all the time. He's so he'll just like turn. He'll like, if you want to go to the flame, go to the flame. I'm going to stay here and try and help my brother right now. Go to the flame. Go to the flame. Go to the flame. Just go. And his eyes are going to be getting really, really blue. He's going to be getting really, really heated because he's over. Like, he does not care at this point. Go. Go.
very well.
Whoa. Mike's.
Stop hitting mics. Stop beating up. Stop beating up.
Even
the
if it's
expensive
not on
microphone.
here, I know. It's just pop, 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 pop.
It's not a speed bag, Matt.
Exactly. You hear this? You hear this? Yeah.
And you just see his casual smile just settle into his smirk. Very well.
I'm gonna look over at Soliana. Does she look like she's going to be going with him?
It's probably the largest source of spell plague ever recorded.
All right. Then, in the interest of making sure that this place doesn't claim any more lives, I will go with you.
Izzy,
You lot, stay with Hal, dear.
How does he look? Honestly, like, is he dying at this point? If
His breathing is much more stable. And Winley, as you've been like kind of just like making sure the pressure is on, it feels a lot less wet.
Because
After having-
I strongly
Oh, go ahead.
suspect the two of these do not have the wisdom to resist like you did, Winley. That being the
Oh.
case, I would prefer to not have deaths if I can help avoid them. So we're going to deal with this. And if they try to get too close, I'm strong enough to snatch both of them by the collar together, if necessary. I give both of them a very sharp look. An artificer and a wizard, no problem. I can haul those two by the collar.
Wow.
But let's go and let's look and let's come back.
Very good.
No, not really. But you are pressing every bit of patience I have. Let's do this.
So, Isolde, you walk away with Jack and Soliana.
Mhm.
And Jack does, it's not the same skip in the step. He does seem to be just walking with purpose as he walks. If you do try to press ahead to point, he'll try and like.
No,
move.
I'm letting him take the lead because my job I'm watching to make sure that nothing drops down on top of them or on top of us or on top of me, and making sure. I mean, if they touch the spell, if they touch the fire, that's on their heads now. They know better.
Yep. And as you walk closer and closer to the center portion, some of the buildings get a little taller. And as you look at the make, it seems more the outer rings that you all were walking around seemed more residential. You seem to be getting more into the business side, more business district, and the buildings are getting taller. Some of the doors are actually of human height. And you get closer to this towering blue flame, just slowly arcing upwards as it just starts to take up the greater portion of the ceiling. And eventually you round off, past a door, or past an alleyway, around a corner, and you find yourself in what seems to be like a central district. And there, in the center, the source of this large blue flame its flesh still very much intact. But the spell plague just roiling up around it. A massive, ancient, golden dragon. And that's where we're going to take our break.
It's the second dragon.
Oh, you guys donated enough.
Oh, it's Smaug.
Hmm.
Oh.
I can't wait for him to.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. My goodness.
Cool. So I saw Thomas running off, but I think we're going to do our giveaway.
Oh,
Yes,
got a
I
thumbs
got
up
the
from the
thumbs up.
box. Yes.
So type in hashtag chaos in our arm room. Chaos
Oh, I wish I had arm room.
into the chat only once, or you will be disqualified. Hashtag chaos in the chat. You'll get a chance to win a Nord Games deck of your choice. Physical copy here in America, PDF if you are elsewhere in the great wide world. Boom, bam. Hell yeah. In studio for a hot sec. We'll be back in a good 7 to 10. Catch you then. everyone.
Woo!
We're live.
I think we've been live for a little bit.
Are we live?
Ooh.
We're live, everybody. Welcome back and live and in studio. It's the
Saturday Night
Maverick-
Live. Oh, sorry.
the Rusty Show.
Ooh.
Rusty Days.
Rusty steal the show.
Ding 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 ding.
Konbanwa.
Cool. Thomas said we'd roll it right when we started, but he just left, so there's no one to roll
there.
it. Oh, he's right there. Did you
Well-
roll it?
Oh my god.
Yay.
We
Nightbot.
got thumbs up. Who won?
Can I
Can we say?
say it?
It is NGC457. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Seth.
Yay, Seth.
Yay!
Hopefully that doth means you got some lovely, lovely cards coming your way.
Whoop whoop.
Cool. Excellent. Let me just, because I described it a little differently than the map I made, let's...
I will say that Laura's comfort eating chocolate and she refilled her wine because she's worried about the dragon. And she's also speaking in third person. So,
I mean, as you do when you're really, really stressed.
mhm.
Eat chocolate. Chocolate is good. But yes, we are back. What happened? Folks entered Irritable proper, and then lots of spell plague, lots of emotion. Whole dear. Inko's brother.
Hole inside Haldir.
Yes, there's a hole inside
it's a
Whole dear.
hole.
And
Hole
right
Haldir.
now, Isolt is with Jacques and Soliana, seeing the remains of an ancient golden dragon covered in spell plague. As you see this, Specs 223, 500 bits to help defeat the dragon.
Oh, thank you.
Dragon B, or you gotta say Dragonborn? I don't want to kill him yet.
He said dragon. He said dragon.
Okay, it's Thomas typo. Thomas typo.
Thomas typo.
The Dragonborn. The Dragonborn.
Yes.
Scene?
So as you watch this scene before you, Jack and Soliana standing beside you, both in awe. Well, this is not what I was expecting. But still very cool.
I will give you that. This is fascinating. I haven't seen a dragon this close except Cryovane, and he's young. This is enormous.
Mm-hmm. And the head of the dragon is maybe just probably a foot or so taller than Inkwa height. Just the head itself. That it itself is laying on the ground before you, its eyes completely dull, and little pockets of spell plague just kind of popping out, as well as consuming the larger portion of its body.
I wonder if it's been here the whole time. If it's taken the spell plague 100 years to get this much.
Yeah. I mean, dragons tend to have a very large amount of magical quantities already within them, and
Especially an ancient one like this one.
just takes out the notes, starts writing.
Remember to keep a safe distance.
Yes. I'm going to pick one building. Going to pick that one. And I'm going to go inside.
Right. I'm going to look over that building.
Mm-hmm. And that building is the largest building.
Of course it is.
A good, probably 3 stories tall. And it seems to be made for partial storage.
All right. I will unsling my shield off of my back and draw my sword because after that thing. Actually, no, I would have already had those ready. So I'm just going to look at him and be like, fine, but I go first. And so you stay very close to me. And let me clear a room before you explore it.
Very well.
All right.
So, Liana, you coming? She looks over the building. I could look out the window and still take notes.
Yes.
Okay. Continues to go.
This really is an
Meanwhile-
escort mission. Yay,
It's a
even
little
video
bit
game.
babysitting duty. Let's go over to the other five as you all are kind of huddled around Haldir. There
We're
it is.
still at the wall that it crawled up.
It climbed up the wall of a building and then continued to make its way away.
Well, maybe we want to. Can we move him to a more open space?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Aldir, is he coherent? Can he speak?
Yeah, and he was looking at you.
Aldir, we're gonna move you, okay? Tim, where are we going?
I mean, I look around. Is there a relatively open space that is not closer towards any spell plague?
So looking right now, it's kind of like the suburban area, if you will, where it seems to be in pretty not routine rows, but there is sort of a pattern. You can make a perception check if you would like to see if you can find something.
Ooh, that's a nice 3. So I think that is a total of an 8.
With an 8, you look around and you think you see a bit of a clearing over in that direction.
I'll go check it out. Give me a moment.
I'll go with them.
We stay within eyesight. Though.
Eyesight, yes.
Okay. And thankfully, Tim, you're a little on the taller side, and Inqua, as you kind of like peering over these smaller buildings, you can at least see just like the top of the brown hair, just like tuft moving through. Aldir kind of just looks at you. It's like, I'm so sorry for the fact.
No. Don't apologize. What happened? What did you see?
I saw golden fields. Saw a brother and sister, and saw you, and we were all together, and it was.
You're gonna be okay. And he's gonna reach over. I know Winley's got her hands in him right now, but like he's gonna try and reach and like just grab his hands and like grip his hands really strong and hold on.
And you hold on as Darjan and Tim, you begin to progress through the cavernways. Or not cavernways, excuse me.
Yeah.
The street.
Suburbs.
The burbs.
Burbs.
And what you find over in this small clearing seems to be a little park. Has some benches. And some familiar mushrooms.
The bread mushrooms from back at
Yeah, large and more than even the green, the reds, and the purples. There's a whole plethora of colors.
Well, does this look more defensible than where we were at?
And it's looking like we can use a bench to lay them on and everything. So let's go get them.
Okay.
So you go back and you grab them as you see the other three just kind of huddled about.
Yeah. So Inqua, can you lift him maybe, and then Winley can hold, and we can take him. There's some benches that we can lay him on in the park.
Well,
Okay.
if we're Oh wait, are we moving far or just moving him a short distance?
It's about 120 feet or so
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
Well,
Then she'll put pressure. Like before we do like a long distance, she wants to try to like fashion like something more permanent. But if it's just a temporary thing, then she'll
Yeah.
keep
No, we'll
pressure
get
on.
there, and then if we can lay him on a bench, then we can work on him. I can help you. I have a little bit of medical, so we can work on that.
well, if the ground is relatively flat, can I just take out like a bedroll and drag him along, just slide him?
Oh. You do notice that the earth seems to be pretty manicured.
Yeah, I'll take it out.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, like, excuse me, still dust. There's still dust on there, but manicured in the sense that it's pretty flat ground.
Okay. All right.
Someone's been sneaking in here and doing the lawn. I was like,
One last gnome who's like, no one told me there was a spell plague here.
Yeah, right. The lawn keeper comes in, just says, okay, here you go.
Gardener. Yeah, I mean that seems like a better.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
I'll
do
let
it.
Tim.
Let's
Tim-
do it. And
I'm
I'll
glad
keep
that Tim-
watch while they're doing that to make sure that nothing comes out at us.
Yeah. So you keep watch. Perception check, please.
I don't
What?
like these clicks. I don't like these clicks. He's just like, perception check, please. And then he
16.
looks off to this
16.
giant monitor and you just hear click, 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 click.
16?
Yes.
Okay. So you all progress towards the park. And able to get Haldir on one of the benches, surrounded by all these very, very colorful mushrooms. And we slap back towards Isolde.
Smash cut.
Smash cut. Boom. As you are in this large store. And it's a store unlike thing you have ever seen. There are gadgetries, knickknacks, inventions here and there. All of them just kind of like in rows to, equate it to our time, like a toy shop.
Okay.
Or a hardware store, a mix between the two, because you see some larger things. You see blades with like chains, almost like chainsaw rotaries around, just weird stuff. You see a tiny little soldier with 2 stone shields. You see a snake that's just like kind of dead on the ground with like a little clockwork wench on it.
Winch, not wench.
Yeah, I was going to say wedge.
that word needed to have an eye on it, my friend.
Well, wench does too.
Kidding.
Anyway, I will gesture for Jack and Soliana to stay right next to the door after I make sure that area is clean and like go through this large room as quickly as I can, just looking for and at the ceiling, at everything, just to make sure that this room is safe.
Investigation check.
Okay. 15.
15. You take your time to look around. You just kind of hear Jack tapping his foot, chomping at the bit, but he's standing there waiting. Soliana has her back towards him, looking outwards, just like constantly taking notes. And it seems safe.
All right. Once I have verified that this room is as clear as I can make it, I'll turn and say, all right, this room is all right. Have fun.
As he starts to go around, it's like, ooh, what's this? And he's just like, fascinating. No, but I wish I got a bigger bag. I do have a bigger bag. Throws the snake into the bag.
A bag of holding?
Any good artificer would create one of their own. Come on, especially in...
I'm afraid I don't know many artificers, but don't let me get in your way.
Yes. Yes. Just like looks at things, grabs another bobble thing, like twists it around and like just falls apart. It's like grabs the gear inside. And then he just starts to walk up. It's like, and you watch as he just starts to pick this place apart. He looks at the stone soldier. It's like, boop. Fascinating. And as he clears his way out, he get like lightning round 10 minutes. And he's like, can I go upstairs?
Once I have checked it. But yes, we can go upstairs.
Okay. Gestures upstairs. It's like, come on, let's go.
As I pass him, I'm so tempted to kick him in the ankle, but I resist the temptation for now, keeping in mind that we are going up 3 stories, so I may have opportunity later.
And as you start to go up, he kind of, in his exuberance, kind of like cha-cha trains on your shoulders, like, yes, let's go.
Oh my god.
All right. And just like shrug my shoulders back a little bit, encouraging him to take his hands off of me. And then go up the stairs, watching again above me in the stairwell to make sure that there isn't anything waiting, and looking down to make sure there aren't any fun little traps, because this feels like a place Factoria might have come.
We'll carry over your 15 as you continue to search about and look around, and it doesn't appear to be so, but it seems like this second floor appears a little bit more, how should I say this? Living quarters.
Okay.
As you start to look around, and it almost not in like, but you're greeted with a living room of a sorts with a hallway that leads backwards, and you see a nice carved table, and there, sitting in one of the chairs, is just a skeleton. Small, gnome stature. The way the bones seem to be contorted, probably not the best sitting time that they've had.
I'll see that and just let out a little breath, just trying not to think the word grave robbers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that thunk, James.
Imagine how it feels for Matt. He's the only one here, and he just has to sit there. It's like, what is it?
I'll just text you guys on the side. I'm like, he's about to do something. Leave the room right now. Or just walk out of the room. Why not?
Whew, don't tempt me. There's windows up here. Anyway.
We know that you can survive like a, 80-foot fall.
It wasn't that far.
Flying squirrel.
I do not need to fall in order to cause him to fall. Anyway, I'll just like shake my head a little bit and check through the room to make sure that there isn't anything besides the skeleton, murmuring a quiet prayer as I pass the skeleton of a prayer in Elvish for the souls of the departed.
Mm-hmm. And you whisper that prayer, look around, a nice little living room, some chairs and fireplace and little knickknacks here and there. It seems this was definitely like an inventor's home. So you see just like little knickknacks here and there of uncompleted stuff. Not excessive, but quite a bit. You, as you enter into this hallway portion, you see 4 doors. And then stairs leading upwards.
All right. I'll come back out into the hallway, tell Jack, wait. And then
go.
go.
You see him kind of like poking at the skeleton a little bit. It's like, anything in there? It's like, fine.
And then I'll go and check each of the doors.
Mm-hmm. And you check each of the doors. They are untrapped.
Okay. Good.
Do you go into any of the rooms?
I don't like that smile. Yeah, I'll open each of the doors. Or sorry, I will open the first door that I come to.
Mm-hmm. You look inside. Bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll step inside.
You look inside. You see a simple bedroom, a small table with scatterings of little gears and sprockets, wires, and on it, a little watch that seems a little half completed.
Okay. I'll check the corners, check the ceiling. This is becoming instinctive at this point to just, check everything. And then,
And I would say with the other 3 rooms, you find similar setups.
okay.
One of them being a slightly larger bed and a larger room, but very much still within that same slightly tinkering bedroom, some chests with, again, some very deteriorated clothing.
Okay. When I'm in the master bedroom, I'd want to take a moment to see if I spot any gold or anything like that, because I'm here. I might as well.
Mm-hmm. Investigation check, please.
Okay. 16.
16. You look about, and while you don't find coinage, you do find a whole matter of metals on the workbench in different shapes: gears, sprockets, wires. Quite a bit of bronze, and there are some gold inlays that would probably have done some more had they, and as you look at it, finished inscribing runes would have been for more of a completion of a arcane invention.
Okay. I'm going to pocket those.
Okay. Pocket some label.
The look on Tim's face.
He's so proud.
I'm chaotic
label.
good, not chaotic nice.
Copper hardware. Yeah, copper hardware, some steel bits, and gold inlay with unfinished runes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of these do, but I imagine that this is something that if I got it to the gnomes in Gnomengard, they could do something fun with it, because Jack has it. Jack is getting everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And there isn't, and we were promised anything that we found that was valuable.
Yeah.
So I'll finish checking the rooms, make sure that the bits of metal are secure in my pouch before stepping out. All right, these rooms are clear.
Okay, next one.
You are so fast.
Yes, when there are inventions and wonderful things on the line, I will go fast.
All right, and I'll lead the way up the stairs, checking to make sure that Soliana is stuck with us.
She's not with you.
Soliana!
You do not hear a response.
Is it worth
Your
it?
ex is dead and you're gonna be in trouble.
Fine. All right. Jack, Soliana's not with us.
Shit!
Come on, let's go downstairs and see if we can find her. We'll come back.
Okay, fine. No, I was just like, I was very wrapped up in it, and I should have been like, Soliana, come on. But you were also wrapped up in it, so.
I was wrapped up in doing my job, yes.
And I was doing my job.
Right. I'm gonna.
Let's go!
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. All right.
And you see him unload a very fancy-looking crossbow.
All right. And I'll lead the way back down the stairs a little bit quicker, because I don't much like her, but also I don't want what happened to Halder to happen to her.
Mm-hmm. As you step down the stairs, you look out onto the doorway and you don't see anything. Roll a perception check.
17.
17. You look right, you look left. This massive dragon just still there. You look up. And they're being dragged up by two long, gangly arms, a similar creature, just trying to pull Soliana as she's just smiling, going upwards.
How far up are they?
Let's see, 3 stories, so maybe about 20 feet at this point and rising.
Okay, I'm going to sheathe my sword, grab a javelin, and throw it all in one movement.
All right. Shoom. Roll an attack for me, please.
Certainly.
And we have inspiration just in case.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You're not going to fail, but just in case.
Just in case. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Just in case, it's great. 13 base plus 8, 21.
21. Roll some damage for me, please.
Javelin is a 1d6. Plus 5 is 9.
9 damage. What was that? Why am I rolling a dice?
I don't know.
He's throwing us off.
Roll it. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Right. Okay. The creature just you see it stick into the matted fur as it starts to continue as it continues to pull Soliana up, crusting a little bit up and over the the roof.
The building that we were just in.
Yes.
Without a word, I just whirl and run back in, and I am top speed.
Let's see.
Not looking.
Oh, keep going. Keep going.
I'm not looking for anything. I am just besides a door to the roof.
Mm-hmm. You run upwards. You go past the living quarters. You go up. You find yourself in a tinker shop, and you see a little tiny window at the end, probably facing towards the dragon.
Is there any way to get onto the roof?
No, currently, but you do see that window up in front of you.
All right, I'll stick my head out the window to see if there's a ledge that I can get out and walk on.
Yeah, you look out and you see it's about a good 2 or 3 foot reach. You have to slide up and try and reach up and grab.
Okay.
And roll an athletics check for me, please.
Oh, good. That I'm pretty good at.
That's Julia's like,
Oh, what is that? Okay. Plus 8, that's a 19.
19. You pull yourself up and heave over, knocking over some of the gears that were on the desk right by the window, and you get up over and you see it trying to drag it. For the first time, you're able to see this creature for what it looks like. It's almost simian in a way, with its long arms and kind of shorter legs. Its long neck, though, just kind of like an owl? No, not an owl. What am I thinking of? Yeah, an owl.
Sure, or like a ferret or something.
Yeah. When you saw it when it was kind of crunched up, but for Isol, its neck is just kind of up and around, still kind of peering down at Soliana, and it sees you, that white face grinning up, pure black eyes. It's as it continues to pull.
If I'm on the roof, I'm giving chase to stab it.
Mm-hmm. And you gave chase. It turns around. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
There we are. Oh my! Of all the times to get a nat 20, it's on my best save. So that's a 25.
25. You see a quick flash. Waterdeep. Just the exterior, and it comes back, and it's just and it's going to come and try and attack you. Huh?
Nothing.
Did my phone go boop?
No, you were grabbing something else.
Oh, my hand, now you're seeing it's my hands are always below the screen,
just always all over the place.
Ooh, that's not good. Plus 15 to hit.
No.
Yeah, as its claws just scrape out and rends across your armor, just gives a screeching sound.
All right, I'm going to attack it. And,
yeah, for sure.
Are we in initiative? Do I get 2 attacks per my attack action? Because
Yes.
I'm at that level.
Yeah, we're just gonna trade off here and there.
Works for me. All right, so first one is a 19 base, 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I wasn't pausing. Yeah, I was grabbing it. I was trying to find the die. So that is 12 damage.
12 damage, noise. Yep, I can do math. As you slash across, this matted fur just gives way to some purple ichor blood, just starts to spew out. It's like its neck just gets really up close and in your face. Another wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Is that as a reaction, or can I continue, or can I do my second?
Oh,
attack?
right, yeah, you have 2 attacks. Keep going.
I have 2 attacks and a bonus action, and I want to shield bash it when I get my shield to my bonus action. 12, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
19? No, that's a dirty 20. Whatever. It hits better. Ooh, 7 plus 6 is 13 points of damage.
Buddy. As you go for a second slash, making a nice clean X.
And then seeing it like shifting and rising, I want to duck in and slam it with my shield and try to shove it off of Soliana and over the edge of the roof if I can get it close enough.
Okay, yeah. It's athletics against athletics, strength against strength, or
it is athletics against athletics or acrobatics, whatever is your better.
Yeah,
because it's the shove action.
Okay.
This is what gets assault dancing. 24.
24. Boom! So watch it slides off. Its head just over the edge of the roof. Not necessarily the whole body coming off, but it is away from Soliana, who's just still lackadaisical, just like smiling at something.
Okay. Is she bleeding?
We know who it is. We know who she's thinking of.
Is she bleeding at all?
She's not yet.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna take up a stance between her and the thing and bring shield up ready.
All right. And with this, yeah. You watch the mouth go into a unfamiliar at this point circle, and you just hear as a howl just pierces through. I'd like another wisdom saving throw from you, please.
Sure. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You make the save.
How far does that howl carry?
That's loud.
Yeah, do we hear it?
Oh yeah, y'all hear this is screech that goes across. And I'd like you 4 to make perception checks, please. Okay, Soliana makes it. Soliana makes it. Not bad, not bad.
Okay.
Ugh, that's bad roll on my part.
Good.
That is a 4 plus a 3. That's 7, so 3 psychic damage.
Cool. So that eats into a little bit of my temporary hit points. Oh dear.
Yeah. But this scream rends out as you all hear it. What did you all roll for your perception?
17.
I got a 9. I think it was one of those cave eagles.
I got a 6. I'm still just very much into trying to keep pressure on the wound.
Mm-hmm.
Also a 17.
Okay. It's just so interesting to watch me just like.
Now you know how I felt with like 5 people watching me when I was rolling behind the screen. It was great.
It's interesting. But yeah, you all hear that screech.
Wait, that's all? So we didn't really need that high of a perception to hear the screech.
And if one of us didn't, the other should be like, what was that? Huh?
Yeah, but even at 17 didn't give us any more. So something
That's
else.
True. That is
Is
true.
it all echoey, or could we tell that it came from?
Yeah, do we know the direction?
You know the general direction is closer to center of town.
Oof. Okay.
And it just kind of reverberated outwards as it bounced back.
So as soon as Winley hears it, she'll just shoot a look up to Inqua. Izzy.
Oh, we should. Yeah.
I want Ink was gonna say go.
But
Shouldn't go alone though.
No, we can't leave you here with him like this. No.
Go.
Gonna go with her.
I mean,
And as he says it a second time, he's going to put his hand, because I'm assuming Winley is like laying hands on a pressure point or on
Yeah.
something. He'll put his talons over and just kind of do whatever you were doing, or
Yeah.
attempt to just hold things in at this point. Say,
and
"Go."
Winley's instinct is just to go towards the sound.
Mhm.
She'll keep her shield up and she'll just run.
Really
But
runs.
do we
what do
know
you-
it's where they are? We just know it's near the center of town.
Well, we do know that they were heading to the thing. So I'm assuming that.
No,
I mean,
And this is what DJ is saying.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. Well, Julie, I mean, come on.
No, it's like, but we don't know.
But
Yeah, she's just gonna go towards the biggest flame because that's all she knows is that they were going towards the center of town.
Tim starts to move after, then stops and looks at the other two.
Tim,
We
can't
can't
go-
travel alone.
Go.
If no one
Okay.
does anything, he's
All right.
gonna take off.
All right. No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with them. We're gonna go.
Well, no, someone has to stay to.
Do you want to go with Winley?
Or one
All
of
right.
us has to stay. One of us has to go.
Winley is gone at this point.
Yeah,
He's
no,
gone.
Winley
He's
did
like,
go.
"Yeah,
She
take
didn't
it
wait.
away."
Then, okay, then
He did
Tim's
not
taking.
wait.
Tim's
off.
gonna run. I know. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a little bit of medicine, so I can try.
Mm-hmm. So
Well, I know a little bit. Not that much, but yeah.
Probably about as much as DJ does.
Mhm.
and as you all
Watch
hear
some of
this-
those medical programs.
I watched you press on stuff.
You
Come
know,
on.
steamy doctors and all
I've
that.
totally watched you press on things, and you and Assault wave your hands. Come on.
Oh my god, it'd be so much fun. Winley would be the holistic doctor. DJ would be like.
I know,
the
I'm
therapist.
not high medicine.
Totally, yeah.
Let's eat some
But-
weeds, man. It'll be great.
Okay.
Yeah. Just eat some of the shrooms in the garden here. But as this rings out, and it's not necessarily in your ears itself, but you feel a bit of a twinge in your brain, but not to like a horrendous degree. The creature looks at you and then just leaps off to the building on away.
Can I take an attack of opportunity?
You push it away 5 feet.
Fair.
And you watch it just leap. Doom. It'll take some fall damage.
Good.
Dead.
Oof. It landed hard. And you see it just start to like start to crawl away.
Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't shove it 5 feet. It's just I can shove a creature that is within 5 feet of me and take the shove action to knock it over to knock it prone. So,
Oh, because-
so it would have had to use half of its movement in order to get up, and it's still within my attack radius.
Because the way you phrased it, you want to push it off of the roof.
Okay, sure.
So that would, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Also, my flavor was it fell down, and
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
so it's now like kind of limping as it just goes along the stone floor.
Okay. I'll look down at it, and then I know that sound carried. I'll look around to see if anyone's coming.
You look out and perception check.
Okay. 15.
15. You look about. The details are a bit too small. You kind of look in the direction that you know your friends were and can't quite see anything.
Okay. Then I will wipe my blade off, sheathe my sword, and bend over and just then look at Celia and be like, "Oh, this is satisfying," and slap her across the face.
Make her feel the pain. Wow.
She's not bleeding. She's not bleeding. So as far as I know, she is not in any distress.
Got it.
I'm just snapping her out of it.
Snap out of it.
Snap eggs.
My favorite rom-com. It comes back.
Snap out of it.
Izzy, how, wait, we
Welcome
were
back. You got grabbed by one of those things.
Fuck. Am I all here or?
You appear to be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Stay close to me for the love for the love of LaRue. Do not get out of my sight.
Where's Jack?
I don't know.
You kind of see a couple hands coming over this roof, like, I don't necessarily have the strength. You guys gonna
Nope. You
come
stay
back
put.
down
You
or?
stay put. I'll look at Ciliana. Do you want a hand down?
Yeah, yes. Sure, yeah.
I'll sling my shield back onto my back and crouch next to the edge and offer her a hand to basically like swing her down and into the window.
And as you do that, Jack's like, steps away.
Ooh, please.
Soliana, passive insight. You can tell she's pointedly not looking you in the eye right now.
Yeah, well, I don't have to say anything about all brains, no wisdom. I know she knows what I'm thinking.
But she takes your hand and swings down.
All right, I'm gonna make sure that she gets in there and then climb down carefully back through the window.
Mm-hmm. And you climb carefully through. The two of them are kind of staring at the entrance of what you see is this workroom. And at your feet, you see a interesting sword.
Okay, what kind of sword? Is it a long sword, a short sword?
Long sword.
Okay.
Is it speaking to her?
Tiller.
That's not my name.
Shit. Damn it, wrong sword. Sorry.
Yeah, never mind.
Wrong sword.
Nothing to see here.
Wrong number here.
It's got a nice, elegant long blade. The handle itself, you see gears, you see contraptions, and the way it's shaped kind of looks like the blade is coming out of a dragon's mouth. Kind of. The way that it's shaped, you like look at it, it's like, kind of looks like a dragon's mouth. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Come back here. Ooh, 21.
21. You're looking it over and your focus shifts from the blade down to the table and you see a portrait. Glass kind of cracked, likely stepped on from your haste up the ceiling.
Okay, I'll look at the portrait.
Mm-hmm. You have to clear some of the glass. The crack just radialed out, obscuring it, and you kind of have to pull it away. You look at the faces, two gnomes, quite happy together. And you see a very familiar smile on the male gnome, a little less bold than the first time you saw him. You see Fibblestib and his wife.
And Dabbledob.
Dabbledob, yeah.
I'll look at that and just smile and carefully pick up the picture and shake the glass out. This is their shop. Interesting. And I'll carefully put the portrait into one of my pouches.
Mm-hmm.
And then pick up the sword and turn it in my hand. Does it seem like it's a better sword than mine? Well,
LaRue's sword, though.
right. I'm not going to ditch the goddess sword unless the sword is better.
It's very well crafted.
Mm-hmm.
Jack looks at it. It's like, "Mm."
All right. Tell me about the sword.
I mean, it looks really nice, and it's probably looking at some of the runic inscriptions here. I don't know what it fucking does.
Oh, the one thing you're good at.
You know, I didn't take gnome in college.
Yeah, fair enough.
You need Winley there. She knows
You're not gonna-
Gnomish.
You're not going to inspire it? What?
Like, it's not that great, y'all. God, my ally characters, not the best.
Well, I
Oh.
mean, to be fair, this is not the best ally character I've ever met.
Still an ally, though. He was going to shoot something if he saw it.
And would have missed.
Likely. Very likely.
All right. Well, I'll leave the LaRue sword sheathed for the moment and be like, I'll hang on to this. It might do something interesting. I know I know the people who crafted this, and they make very interesting things.
Fine. You can have it. You
You have the rest of the shop to go through, including and I'll point at the workshop, including in there.
Okay.
Let me clear that room.
Oh, tick, 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 tick.
Nope, too late. Have fun.
Supermarket sweep.
Boom. Black Friday, where the only shopper is Jack.
Yeah.
But yes, Winley and Tim, as you are running through, you also get to see the building slowly begin to rise, becoming more into that business district. You round a corner and you find yourself near that flame, and there standing before you is that massive golden dragon blue flame.
And Winley will stop in her tracks and just say, Cryovein. Oh, wait. No, but dragon.
No, but spell plague.
Yeah, that too. Is it dead?
I mean, if it's not, it's horribly insane.
Okay. And she'll like take a wide berth around that. And at this point, like she recognizes that she's in the center and she's maybe trying to scan for any clues of what direction they went in.
A perception check, please.
Of
course, if you're going to scan and or looking, perception, tracking, trying to find it, investigation or survival.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look around too, but
I think she's just scanning right now until she gets maybe a hint of a clue.
Tim's gonna. How do you softly shout assault? What's a soft shout? He's gonna call out.
Yelp.
He's
I
rolling
only got
two.
a 4. I only got a 8 total.
I got a 20.
Ooh.
24.
Is Yelp.
Perception.
Oh, perception?
Oh.
Winley, you're just kind of marveling at this dragon as you're trying to, like, every time you try and pass through, it's just like,
It is a gold dragon, come on,
Yeah.
Winley.
Tim, you look around and you do see a singular empty or open door at the large building, 3 stories tall.
Okay, I'll point at that for Winley.
Okay. I mean, it's our best bet, right? And she's going to head towards the door, obviously taking a wide berth, still being very alert for any creatures. Like she's got her shield up and she's got her hand crossbow kind of just ready to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes without saying weapons are out.
Yeah.
I mean, with Winley, not necessarily, but this is the one time.
I mean, you can't use spells, so it's got to be weapons.
Exactly. Yeah. Is Tim nervous because Winley has her hand crossbow?
I think, given everything else, it's one of the lowest things. He might not have noticed that.
Oh, good.
until she
Because
shoots them.
she did lose her hand axe earlier in this dungeon crawl, so okay. So yeah, we're heading towards the open door.
As you head to the open door, Tim, you hear a bit of skittering off in one of the alleyways.
Oh no. No.
What's wrong?
I hear something. Get inside. Let's get inside.
Okay. And she'll pick up the pace to try to get inside.
As you pick up the pace, you see, quite daringly, a pack of 3. One of them looking significantly quite injured, hanging in the back, but 2 of them at the forefront, almost basically cutting you 2 off.
She will stop in her tracks.
Yeah. Tim will grab her arm and start going in the other direction very rapidly. In what one could call a run.
But wait, Tim, and then she'll just yell, Izzy!
Izzy, you hear that as Tim and Winley, you start to run in the opposite direction. As you run in the opposite direction, flanking 2 more come in.
Man, these are freaking like Jurassic Park velociraptors right now.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Click, 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 click.
Okay, then that means the T-Rex is going to come in and save the day. Is the dragon going to wake up?
Is there any open and not open? Is there any doors nearby that we can duck into? Any?
I would say you're flanked from both sides, and then there is the dragon to, let's say, your left, and a building to your right.
So there's a building to our right that we can get to?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I pray it's not locked, because...
Yeah, you run over to the door. It is locked.
Pick it.
No, pick it. No, this is like full body.
I did not say pick it. I said kick.
Oh, yeah, I was going to body slam it, but...
Athletics check, please.
Thank goodness. Okay, that would be 24.
Oh,
woo! 24, you slam in, you jiggle the knob, it's like, fuck, boom! Cracks open as the door swings wide. And you see them slowly starting to pick up their pace behind you.
Yeah.
Izzy, by that time, you and Jack have done like a hurried walk downstairs.
And Soliana.
With Soliana too, yes. Nope.
If you make me make a choice, I know who I'm choosing. Just be aware that I've already made the choice.
You hear the Izzy, and then you hear a bit of the skittering, and you start to go downstairs. And as you make it down,
What'd you see? What'd you see?
no, I'm just kidding. It was nothing. I didn't see anything. Someone's texting him. Booty text. Yep.
Ooh.
Thomas just gave me death glare.
What's going on?
He's just like, texting?
Yeah.
How dare you!
So as you see as a train of them just kind of pile in through the doorway into this building, as Tim and Winley, you quick get your surroundings. You see stairs going upwards, and then door to the back.
I mean, is the door off its hinges?
With that 24, yes.
Ah, crap.
You're too strong, Tim. Come on.
Curse my marvelous strength.
I mean, yeah, I would assume we are just bolting towards the nearest room that we can think that we could open and shut the door behind us, right?
I mean, it's upper door. Is that the stairs or door? Was the
stairs or door, and you see basically what you see is a living room in front of you right now.
Door's probably better. So unless you...
I mean, Winley's just going to... I mean, Tim's obviously in the lead because he just smashed open the door. So she's just going to follow We're not going to discuss. She's going to follow Tim's lead.
Yeah, next door.
Yeah, you see the door, you run towards it, you open it. It seems to be a small pantry.
Like barricadable. Is there anything in here that we could push up against the door? And does the door open out or in?
This one opens out.
Oh, that's not good.
Stairs.
Okay.
Yeah,
she's going to follow.
As they're entering, you see them entering the doorway. You start to go up the stairs.
Don't make eye contact.
Okay.
Don't make contact. As you go up the stairs, you find yourself in a bedroom with a door on the opposite end.
Yeah, we're just going, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, door.
Boom, open it. There's a larger bedroom, basically a divisional wall in between.
And does this door open?
It swung inwards, or like you had to go inwards towards it.
Okay. And we're in. Close the door. I'm putting my back up against it. Find something to barricade. Anything you can push over.
You see shelves. You see a bed. You see a window at the end. You see also a large dresser.
I mean, the dresser is probably the only thing that Winley could even attempt to drag over. So
I mean, it's all gnomish sized, so.
Oh, true. But she'll start with the dresser.
Mm-hmm. Start with the dresser. Tim, you feel a roll an athletics check for me, please.
Just keep rolling well. Okay, that is a 25.
25. You feel body after body just kind of being flung. Isolt, you see about 2 or 3 little furry bodies go into the building.
Okay. Celiana, Jack, stay close to me. They're hunting in packs now.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Yep.
All right. And holding the new sword in my hand and shield up, I'm going after these things, trying to move fast enough to catch one of the tail end ones. Because I heard Winley. So Winley at least is in that building, probably. So if we can pinch between them, maybe.
Yeah.
This is desperate.
Yeah, and it's the other building is a good 50 feet away. And as you make your way there, let's flash over to the other side. With Haldir, Darjan, and Inqua in a park. What's your AC, Inqua?
14.
14? Okay. Where'd he go? I also need you to make a Constitution save for me, please.
Do you want to inspire that with that expression?
I rolled a 3. So would
Yes.
you guys mind if I... Okay. Reroll?
Please.
Well, is that, yeah. That,
We do reroll. We have them.
Reroll. Yes.
I believe with the 2 now, it uses a card of inspiration.
Oh shit, that's right.
What cards do we have?
Oh,
Well, we buy a card.
yeah. So you buy a card. So if you can pass me the deck.
Yeah, sure.
So you can buy
Let's
a
just do it.
card, and basically I will draw 2 cards, and you get to choose one of them. So
That's
Okay.
what we're doing?
Let's do it. We've got inspiration to use.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for the inspiration.
Thank you, friends.
Oh,
Dang.
All right, we draw 2. And we've got quick reaction and regeneration. Which one would you like?
Regeneration.
Okay. Could you read for our viewers what that
Yes,
is?
regeneration. When consumed in combat, this potion heals 1d4 plus 1 HP. At the beginning of your turn, you heal an additional 1d4 plus 1 HP. This effect continues until the end of combat. Outside of combat, this potion heals 1d4 plus 1 HP. While this may look like a normal healing potion, the bright red flashes inside hint at something greater.
Okay.
Ooh.
So as you're holding Haldir, you guys in this nice tranquil park, you all of a sudden feel a sharp pain in your shoulder blades. Darjan, you see a small bolt in the middle of his back. And as this bolt hits you, you just feel this shock go through your body. You take 6 piercing damage and 21 lightning damage.
Fucking factore.
Yep.
And you are paralyzed.
She's got it out for you. Right?
And as your body seizes up, Haldir's like, his eyes going wide. Darjan, you see just out of the back, peeking between shoulder blades, a bolt. That's where we're going to end it.
Oh, I fucking called it.
No.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna fucking die.
no, I
Well,
can
we've
be
thought
crossbow.
this
Come
before,
on,
though.
man.
We
have thought
can't
this-
use magic.
Wake up the dragon!
Well, I don't know if we desperate times.
I mean, I may well start dropping spell slots into Divine Smite and seeing if that brings Spell Plague closer to me, because I don't know if Divine Magic does it.
And Tim
Yeah.
with the wisdom save throws,
Yeah.
you can have a hole in him.
Oh.
Hot, fresh cliffhanger. Thank you, Lady Bedivere.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stars and stones.
Yeah, Thomas, how do we run 2 combats on Rule 20?
We'll
You have to
find
jump
out.
back. You have to jump back and forth between the maps, basically.
Yeah. Now he's giving me a legitimate I'm disappointed in you face.
Oh,
You
man.
chose
We
better.
need
Who's he
one
disappointed in?
camera on
Who's he
Thomas.
disappointed in? Yeah.
Serving up those judgmental looks today.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I was trying to figure out, maybe
That'd be
for
David.
splitting the party for, Yeah.
Oh man, and it's rule number 1.
Let's,
What?
Yes, we're giving a
I
judgmental
don't know
look
if that's
live
shown.
and in color.
Oh,
Love it.
Oh, yes.
folks,
That's
we're
amazing.
so excited to be in the studio super soon. We'll likely be, but this is the
Soon.
shenanigans you can all hope for.
Oh.
Yay. I can't wait.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to hug all of you.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes. But yes. Yes.
Wow.
But yes. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's give a shout out to our April birthdays. We had Laura, we've got Tiana, we've got Amy, we've got Matt. Thank you all so much. And we'll likely having a new birthday, hopefully in the month of April.
Yes.
Oh my god, if she waits until May, I'm going to be so mad.
hey, May is a fantastic month.
May is a great month, but if I have to,
Ooh,
if
that's
she's
when your birthday is.
Yes.
Did it!
Yes,
Deduced.
yes, he's also a Taurus. But if she waits until past May 2nd, I'm going to have to extend my ticket to be here. I'm just
Oh.
child, arrive.
Child, birth yourself now. But yes, thank you all so much for joining us. Again, thank you to our friends, Birds of Paradise, North Games, D&D Beyond. Congratulations, NGC 457. Thank you to Duke Fleeg. I believe, Specs 223, Hefner, and dun.
Oh.
I think that's it for the bits. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting. It's off the top of my head.
Slidey Tove.
Slidey Tove, thank you for the card. Yes, thank you so much. And as always, Scroll the Bar, thank you for joining us on Patreon for that. Cool. 2 combats. That's gonna be
This is
interesting.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun is
Also-
certainly one word.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt, for joining us in
Yay!
studio today.
Yay!
Super exciting. Yeah.
It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you in that space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I've missed
Isn't it a great space?
a space.
Yes.
And Inko and Winley get a meetup this week. Maybe we'll post it to
are.
Instagram.
Oh my god,
Do
an
it.
ice cream date.
Excellent. Well, let's see what happens next time. But until then, will we? Oh God, will we be on? So I'm technically free next week. So if y'all are free,
On Monday?
yeah, the filming schedule went tough.
I might not. I don't think I am, but TBD.
Okay, we'll
Alright.
figure it out.
We'll figure
we
it out.
have to be at the
Yeah.
next one regardless because of what's about to happen.
Yeah, for sure. So keep an eye out on that. Schedule's gotten a little wonky lately, so thank you for your patience, y'all. But until the next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you all next time for Dragon of Icespire Peak.
Bye!